happen to know how much this watch costs. So today we're counting down our picks for the 8 most expensive watches of all time. But before we start, we hope you will subscribe to the channel, like this video and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any awesome and fun content. Number 8, Patek Philippe Gobi Milano, Pink Rose Gold, reference 24.99. At this point, you should be used to hearing Patek's name in this video. But when they make such impressive watches, how could they not dominate? Virgil got the Patek on my wrist. The newest addition to this list, this watch is golden in both design and function. The most expensive rose gold watch of the prestigious 24.99 series was made in 1957 and was sold at Sotheby's in Hong Kong. Dating back to 1953, this extremely rare Patek, only 7 pieces were made, went on the block at Christie's in Hong Kong in 2019. Endowed with a world time function designed by legendary watchmaker Louis Cartier. It has a rose gold case and blue enamel dial, and it's the only known example of this reference to bear the signature of both Patek Philippe and the prestigious Milan retailer Gobi. Its silvered outer ring hosts the engraved, enameled names of 40 world cities and encircles a two-tone 24-hour ring divided into gray, nighttime, and white daytime. Number 7. Patek Philippe 2 Crown World Time Reference 2523, Eurasia. With the lucky number 7, we have a watch that also sold for $7 million. And you guessed it, it's another Patek. $7 million. With a name like 2 Crown, you'd expect a watch fit for royalty. And that's exactly what you get here. Kingdom? At a Geneva watch auction, this 1953 piece fetched around $3 million. That's an impressive amount, no doubt, but the final bill blew it out of the water. Number 6. Patek Philippe Gobi Milano. Are universals reference 2523 want to be dressed to the 9s, 10 and beyond? This Patek, which sold for $9 million in 2019, would certainly do the trick. Dress to the 9s in your best buds. Also produced in 1953, it combines the enormous name value of Patek with the Italian Gobi brand. Sold at the 2019 Christie's Masterpieces auction in Hong Kong. This is a watch that is more than worth it. Called a masterpiece. Along with the name, it has a blue enamel plaque that screams both luxury and serenity. The Ref 2523 was first made in 1953, during a decade described by the auction house's specialist as the golden age of design, craftsmanship, and technological advancement. The complexity of the watch is also shown in its revolutionary world time system, or Ars Universals, designed and patented in the early 1930s by legendary watchmaker Louis Cartier, 1884 to 1966. Number 5. Patek Philippe, Prince Mohammed Tofek, A. Tissot, reference 1518. This watch belonged to a descendant of Muhammad Ali, and we are not talking about a boxer. Hover like a bee-ha. The Muhammad Ali dynasty was the ruling family of Egypt and Sudan for more than a century. To find one that has hardly ever been serviced, polished, has the same factory proportions, and that is remarkable. Made in 1948, it was estimated to cost up to $2 million. In addition to being owned by a member of the royal dynasty, this watch is also one of the few Patek watches with a chronograph or chronometer function. Hey! I know what a chronograph is. The prince was the original owner of this Ref. 1518, which he bought on July 25, 1951 according to the certificate that accompanied the watch, which makes it the only pink-on-pink Ref. 1518 with its original certificate. The watch remained in his possession since then, seemingly hardly worn, explaining its near-pristine condition. Number 4. Patek Philippe Stainless Steel Reference 1518. And just like that we have another stainless steel 1518. One of only 4 ever made. This is rare. Expectations were high for this piece as it was the only one of the 4 not yet at auction. And it exceeded expectations. In fact, it set a new watch auction record when it was sold at the Geneva Watch Auction in 2016. But even though it broke and has since, $11.1 million is certainly nothing to sneeze at. You just won $11 million. The watches, made in 1943, are said to have been made for the King of Iraq. The stainless steel Patek Philippe Ref. 1518 perpetual calendar with chronograph sold tonight for 11,002,000 Swiss francs, or $11,136,642, at Philips in Geneva, inclusive of buyer's fee. The bidding took place amongst more than 7 bidders and the final hammer price was 9.6 million Swiss francs. Number 3. Rolex Paul Newman Daytona Reference 6239. Stop the brackets, we have another watchmaker. Of course, if it's not Patek, who else could it be but Rolex? My ring chain and my Rolex when I been made in 1968. This watch belonged to none other than the famous actor Paul Newman, who received it from his wife Joanne Woodward. And considering it went to the A-list at Phillips in New York for $17.8 million, it's clear that the late Oscar winner and his name are still around. The Rolex Cosmograph Daytona wasn't a bestseller when it debuted in 1963, but on Paul Newman's wrist it became the epitome of cool. Seedling is also a work with a serious atmosphere. Known for its Art Deco style, the dial is a relatively rare design. Newman actually gave the watch to his daughter's then-boyfriend Nell James Cox in 1984. An incredible actor, race car driver, philanthropist, and generous donor? Paul Newman was a true legend. Number 2. Patek Philippe Henry Graves Supercomplication. You may associate pocket watches with grumpy rabbits in cartoons, but they can have a lot of real value. However, this product, which was made in 1933, is still worn by anyone, and it certainly lives up to its name. In clock terms, a complication refers to any attribute that has entered the main time display. How many supercomplications are there? Try the 24. Patek Philippe itself gave the original certificate of origin the title of supercomplication. We won't list them all, but they include a chronograph, perpetual calendar, and alarm. And fittingly, it cost $24 million at Sotheby's in New York. We should probably also mention its 18-karat gold design. Its namesake, Henry Graves Jr., claimed he commissioned it to design a pocket watch owned by auto titan James Ward Packard. Now that's what we call deliciously small. Before we continue, remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell to get notified of our latest videos. You have the option to receive a notification for random videos or all of them. If you're using a phone, make sure you go to Settings and turn on notifications. Number 1. Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime. Is it any wonder that the top watch on this list is a Patek? I am shocked. Annoyed. Well, not that upset. The most expensive watch to date by a significant margin. This old master ring-own is just great, bringing in only $31 million in 2019. It was made to celebrate the 175th anniversary of the iconic brand. I have often mentioned that Patek is in a league of its own, and this has shown quite shamelessly that nothing comes close, and I doubt we will see anything anytime soon. And while it may not be super complicated in name, it certainly is in practice. It has 20 complications, more than any other watch. Its stainless steel design and undeniable pizzeria help explain how it fetched such a staggering sum. Will another watch break this record? We're not sure, but we think it's a Patek. It is incredibly accurate. Watch other videos on this channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe and bell to find out about our latest videos.